Hey everyone, it is Dr. Aaron Van Gaver. I am back. I have been away for about 2 months. It's been a very busy time, and well, it's time for me to get back and doing some things that I love, which is talking and educating and hopefully making a few people laugh. So I'm coming to you. It's Friday at 5:30. I'm at my home. I just got back from Ontario a week ago, and I came back to all these Christmas lights up everywhere. They're not really pinned up. They're kind of just laying around, but I like it. It's nice. And if you can see behind me, this is Ficus. There he is. Trusted friend. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been chatting. This is episode 17. The last episode I did, what was it about? Can't remember what it was about. But the last time I did a live video was when I was at the BCNA conference. This was the end of October, and I live streamed a 45-minute talk that I did, and you're welcome to find that on my Facebook page. Look for the 45-minute video. That's the one. It's going to be about addiction in British Columbia and addiction in Canada. So again, my name is Dr. Aaron Van Gaver. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I practice in downtown Vancouver. My practice focuses on mental health and addiction, but I treat a lot of hormones, allergies, and GI-based issues. The purpose of me getting on here is really to educate people. I'm coming close to 1,000 people on my Facebook page. It's really exciting, so I'm hoping to see more people pop up soon. I love people that care about their health and want to learn a little bit more, and they want to learn it from someone who's just relaxed and chill and not so serious. I know how to be serious when I need to be serious. Okay, so I took 2 months off, busy working for 2 different associations here in Canada, and I guess the real reality is that I just ran out of some time. So now I'm back to dedicating you guys. This is my New Year's resolution. Wanted to get December kicked off and getting things started with a good New Year's resolution, which is doing a weekly video. So I want to start off with a myth that I actually saw today on Dr. Oz. So Dr. Oz was doing this 99 myths, and on it there was something about whether or not, and it was all about colds and flus, about whether or not milk creates mucus in the body. And they dispelled the myth, saying it absolutely does not create mucus in the body. And so I have a little bit of an issue with that, because that's a suggestion that I will tell patients if they're getting a cold. I'll say avoid dairy. I'll avoid really sugary type things, and the reason is because it actually creates more mucus in the body. And I guess I need to really reword what I say, because it doesn't create more mucus, but what it does, it actually thickens the saliva that we're producing, or dries out the saliva. So it actually robs the liquidy, watery nature of our saliva, and it thickens it. So we get the pasties. And that just means that all of our mucus, the stuff that we're trying to get out of our body, becomes way too sticky and makes it difficult to actually get out of our body. So that leads me to a few little tips that I have for the cold and flu season. And one of those is to drink plenty of water or warm liquids. Avoid fruit juices, pops, anything that's got a lot of sugar in it. If you are going to drink fruit juice, water it down, half and half, juice, water. And again, avoiding dairy, and the reason again is because dairy thickens mucus secretions, so it makes it harder for your sinuses to decongest, for you to actually bring up what's in your lungs. If you've ever heard of the neti pot, it's this little pot you pour in your nose. You can get a squeeze bottle filled with a little bit of saline or salt water, and that works really well at clearing up your sinuses. You can also keep your nose hydrated. So you can use a little bit of there's a nasal gel, there's a saline-based gel that you can use in your nose to keep your nostrils from getting cracked, especially on really, really dry days. So if you're out on the East Coast and it's sunny and cool and freezing, that's a good suggestion. Here in Vancouver, we're pretty humid, pretty moist during the winter months, so not always an issue. Biggest suggestion I can say is wash your hands. I mean, washing your hands will prevent you from passing on your germs to someone else, but also you picking up your germs. And your eyes are a big area that you can pass that germs into, your mouth, obviously. So be careful of that. Decrease your sugar intake, decrease your sugary fruit intake. So bananas are probably not the best fruit to take when you've got a cold, just because they, again, are rich in sugars, and that will thicken your mucus secretions. From a supplement perspective, I don't necessarily think you need to do supplements, but vitamin C, 1 gram every 2 or 3 hours up to bowel tolerance. Bowel tolerance is when you start to get diarrhea. Obviously, don't go that high, but the way a lot of people will do is they'll take 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and they'll do it every 2 hours or so, usually around 10 grams a day for a day or two, and that will actually just boost the immune system's ability to fight off that cold. And vitamin D as well. You can get this over the counter at a health food store. Especially in these winter months when it's darker outside, vitamin D is a hormone. It helps modulate your immune system, and it can be pretty protective for you during cold and flu. So I was home in Ontario 2 weeks ago visiting family. I got the flu, and then the following week I got the cold. Could have just been one whole thing put together. I was traveling, I had been working a lot, and I actually had some rest, and my immune system just kind of took over and started working. And So a quick way to recover is sometimes IV vitamins. You've probably seen or watched it on TV. I know you Real Housewife fans out there have watched it, done in Miami, done in Orange County. High dose vitamin C, B vitamins help to support the immune system during cold and flu season. Just one last thing with that. I always learned in school, is it starve a cold, feed a fever, or is it starve a fever, feed a cold? What do you think it is, guys? Well, believe it or not, it is starve a fever, feed a cold. And I guess the reason why they say to starve a fever is because your immune system needs to fight off that virus that you're fighting off. And if you start to feed yourself, your body will switch from focusing on the immune system and start to work on digestion. So the idea is you feed yourself with a fever to the point that your electrolytes don't become imbalanced, that you're not dehydrated, but not so much that you're overworking your body's digestive system. Okay, I've talked a little bit longer on that aspect that I didn't really think I was going to. What I really want to talk to you guys about today is how to survive the Christmas holidays without eating every frigging candy, cookie, donut, cake, cream pie that comes across your way. And this came to me today because my partner is doing this holiday cookie contest where he's supposed to cook a dozen cookies for each person that's in this cookie contest. Thankfully, they've narrowed it down or brought it down to 6 cookies each because there's 10 people in the pool, which means that the 2 dozen cheesecakes that he made last week and are sitting in our freezer waiting to be dressed for this cookie party, now it needs to be doubled or tripled to get enough baked goods there for who he needs. And the reality is he's going to come home with 60 baked goods. It's ridiculous. And so I've been eating a little bit more than my fair share of what I've been supposed to eat. It's really difficult to really avoid some of those cookies that are sitting there. You go to work and people are bringing their Christmas cookies, Christmas cakes, gingerbread homes. The big key, guys, is to make sure you're not hungry. And if you're really hungry, grab a big glass of water and chug that water down and just walk on by those cookies. If you really need some additional support, there's some great supplements out there to help to curb sugar cravings. N-acetylcysteine is an amazing product. It helps with the lungs, so good if you've got a cold, but good for balancing sugar cravings. As well as L-glutamine is another amino acid that helps to mitigate some of the blood sugar fluctuations that happen in the body. The other way of doing that is ensure you're eating regular snacks that are protein rich. Every 2 hours or so, you should have something in there. So think of some great things like almonds or cashews, mixed nuts. If you like a little bit of sweet, put some dried cranberries or something in there. Just different techniques that you can have, different tools that you can use to be able to bypass the cookie counter at work. And so I've mandated with my partner that he is not allowed to bake these additional cookies. And I'm actually going to buy these cookies for him at a bakery, and he can bring those in because it is not fair to have 6 dozen baked goods sitting on my counter. So, guys, it's Dr. Aaron Van Gaver, naturopathic doctor here in Vancouver. I love hearing comments from people. Ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them for you. I do practice in a private clinic down by the Sinclair Centre in downtown Vancouver. This is the end of the 2016 year. If you've got extended health benefits, check out your nearest naturopathic doctor. Ask your friends for suggestions or reach out to me. I'm happy to help out. You can reach me on Facebook, obviously on Twitter, Vank Naturopath. I'm also on Instagram. I don't know my Instagram name, Aaron ND, and my website, draaronvangaver.com. Thank you, everyone, for checking it out, and I look forward to checking you out next week, Friday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Take care.